Alright, I was kind of wondering if I should make a video like this or not. Especially when my channel is usually just funny stuff. There's a lot of controversy over the tank changes, which I totally get. There's only 2 tank players in each match versus the rest of the team. But it's funny because it used to be the tank players complaining, but now since the tank players got a buff, everybody else is complaining. And you know, it's understandable. Tank players complained when everybody else got buffed, so you know, of course it's gonna be the same, vice versa. So honestly, I feel like they could have just left the DPS passive a little reduced, and that would have been a good change altogether. Maybe the Ana sleep added also, and I feel like they would have been good. I feel like they went a little too hard when putting all the tank changes in. So one change in particular that stood out was the D.Va change. Defense Matrix is already so domineering. Increasing duration to 0.5 more seconds. Added on that the micro missiles are increased from 4 to 5.5 damage, which is actually insane. There's also another change that should not have been done. It's the Zarya changes. Now Zarya, her particle barrier and projected barrier duration is increased to 2.5 seconds. Back, so it just got reverted. And what's weird about it is the health of it has also increased, so she's just gonna be like a charge magnet if you shoot her. And that's gonna be annoying because you're gonna constantly wait for it to go down and she's gonna have another one up. Winston might seem more effective. In my opinion, I think people are making too much of a fuss about it, but it's completely understandable. If you can't play your role, of course you're gonna be mad. No matter how I go about this video, it's gonna induce controversy. People are gonna speak their mind. Feel free to. Another change, which was pretty W, right? The Bob tank. Yeah, Bob needed the passive ability as a tank, and I'm glad to see it. One thing I don't want to have the passive ability is Baby D.Va. I find that makes no sense whatsoever. Also, I talked about it before, the Ana sleep. It doesn't seem like the sleep is any better on paper. Like it just sounds like a little tiny change, but you actually wake up so much quicker as a tank when you get slept by Ana. And I love it. Like I feel like that is just thumbs up. There's also a case of Ramatra having an increase of armor from 225 to 300 when he arms up, which is pretty insane. And I've seen somebody post a clip of a Nano Bastion spraying at the Ramatra. But the thing is, the Ramatra is blocking. So of course the Nano Bastion isn't going to kill the Ramatra. He is blocking at his damage reduction. All right, another one. Malga's cardiac overdrive got a little worse for his teammates and a little better for himself, and his stomp got a little more heavy. The cardiac overdrive got pushed down to 3 seconds, which is pretty W because characters like D.Va can counter it. Malga gets so much more life steal from it. His teammates get half of it, which is about 10% less of what they would have got originally. And I see videos of like a Malga's HP just going straight back up. The thing is, the Malga in the videos does not have the DPS passive on him. Even though the DPS passive got nerfed, Malga's still not gonna heal as much as he would usually heal if he has that DPS passive on him. I'm not saying that it's not gonna be dumb or nothing, but I think that it's still gonna be manageable. A lot of these changes are gonna be manageable to play against. I honestly feel like they shouldn't have introduced all these changes at once. I feel like they should have eased into it, because when you put so many changes for like every tank, it is hard to accept that. And that's even if you play tank, support, and damage. Now I got a fair share in each role. I get bored easy, so I end up going from damage to support and tank, and I like every role. I'm not gonna lie, there's not a role that I don't like, but I always felt like I was a little underwhelming on tank role. Now will this fix that problem? I don't think so. Are we going in the right direction? You don't know. The thing is, you don't know if this is gonna fix the game or it's not unless you try it, and I'm glad that they're at least trying things. Is this going to stay? Absolutely not. It's going to get tuned down a lot. So if you're a tank main, I advise you to enjoy it while it lasts. Anyways, that's my take on this whole thing. I like the Optimus Prime Heart. The Bastion highlight intro is awesome. I also like the quality of change, being able to see your teammates when they're at critical. Yeah, it's a lot of people are gonna be negative this season, but let's look at the bright side and try to enjoy ourselves. Thanks for watching, and if you like this or like any of the funny stuff that I post, don't forget to follow. Bye bye.